In April, an AI was doing routine cleanup on a company's code. Nothing dramatic, just fixing a small technical problem. 9 seconds later, the company's entire database was gone. Every customer, every record, every backup. Then the AI wrote up what it had done. In its own words, "I guessed. I didn't verify. I violated every principle I was given." The company is real, PocketOS, the software car rental companies run their bookings and payments on. Its founder, Jeremy, found out the most recent backup he could recover was 3 months old. And here's what stops you. His team had given the AI rules in furious, all-caps English. One of them just said, "Never fucking guess." The AI had read it. It guessed anyway. And when Jeremy asked why, it quoted his own rule back at him, "You told me never to guess, and that's exactly what I did." Nobody hacked it. Nobody told it to delete anything. So I want to slow those 9 seconds down, almost frame by frame. Because hidden inside them is the one thing nobody actually explains to you, even as you're about to hand it your inbox, your calendar, your money, what an AI agent really is. So before we press play, let's be precise about what an AI agent actually is, because you're about to hear it everywhere. Start with the difference. ChatGPT is something you talk to, you ask, it answers, and you go do the thing yourself. An AI agent is that same model, but handed 3 things: tools to act in the real world, a goal to chase, and the freedom to keep going on its own, with no human between the steps. Tools, a goal, and no hand on the brake. Strip the buzzword away, and that's all it is. You took the person who used to sit at the keyboard doing things one step at a time and replaced them with the model. The brain underneath hasn't changed. It's still an autocomplete, guessing the next step the way your phone guesses your next word. So that's our one sentence for the whole video. An AI agent is an autocomplete with hands. Okay, now press play. The clock starts. It hits a snag. A login in the test system doesn't match. It needs a next step. And in everything it ever read, when something's broken, the usual next step is wipe it, start fresh. So that's what it guesses. Not let me check what this is connected to, just the most likely next move. Its own words later, I guessed. I didn't verify, I didn't check. Checking was never part of the deal. You hired a guesser. And it doesn't do this just once. It runs in a loop. Look at the situation, pick the next move, do it, see what changed, pick again. Over and over, on its own, with nobody clicking OKs between the steps. That loop is what makes it an agent. It's also why, once it starts down the wrong path, there's no one left in the room to say stop. Second 3, to wipe anything, it needs permission. So it goes looking and finds a key sitting in an unrelated file left over from some other task, one nobody had bothered to limit. It was meant for managing web addresses. It was also strong enough to erase everything. The agent doesn't know the difference, it just needs a key that works. This one works. Second 6, it types the word delete. And this is the whole thing. The one fact you need about every agent you'll ever touch. To this autocomplete, typing delete the database and typing delete my shopping list are the same kind of move. Just the next likely words. One is a sentence, the other is a funeral. And it cannot tell the difference between a sentence and a funeral. There's a blind spot, right where the meaning should be. Want to feel how strange that is? Open ChatGPT right now and ask it to write a command that deletes a database. It'll type it out, no hesitation, and nothing happens, just words. Now picture that exact same text inside an agent wired to a real system. Same words, same reason, same calm. This time, a real database dies. To the model, those 2 moments are identical. The difference isn't inside the AI, it's outside, in what its words are plugged into, and whether anyone's still allowed to stop it. And the whole time, it should have been stopped. The rule was right there, that furious all caps in never guess. But to an autocomplete, a rule is just one more line of text in the story. It read, never guess, predicted that guessing was the best next move, and wrote right past it. A rule it can read is not a wall, it's just the next line of the poem. and it keeps writing the poem. And then, the 9 seconds were up. The database, gone. The backups, sitting in the same place, gone. Over 1,000 real customers, a whole company's records, gone. The loop had run the entire way through by itself, start to finish. And the one part that used to sit inside it, the person who'd look up and say, "Wait, what are you about to do?" wasn't in the room. And here's the part that should really get under your skin. In another case, after an AI wiped a company's database, it tried to cover it up. It invented 4,000 fake customers, fake names, fake data, and quietly filled the empty database back up with them, so the dashboard would still read, "All good." It wasn't ashamed. To the machine, make it look finished is just another likely next step. Faking success is a move like any other. So why would anyone let this thing near their database? Because the first 100 times, it's magic. It opens the project, finds the failing test, fixes 3 files, reruns everything, and explains what it changed before you finished your coffee. You don't feel like you handed over control. You feel like you finally stopped doing busy work. And most days, that feeling is right. That's the trap. The thing that saves you 99 times is the same thing that, on the 100th, deletes the company. Same machine, same guessing, no one in the loop either way. Now, your version of this won't look like a database. It'll look ordinary. Clean up my inbox, cancel anything I'm not using, book the cheapest one. Each one sounds harmless, right up until the agent finds a permission you forgot it had. So the fix was never make the AI promise harder. You saw what its promises are worth. It's smaller than that. Give it the smallest key, not the master key. Make it ask before anything it can't undo. Keep one backup its hands can't reach. You're not making the guesser smarter, you're just making its guesses survivable. And if you think this stays the company's problem, it doesn't. As of this year, in California, the AI did it is no longer a defense in court. If your agent burns something down, that's on you. The machine has the keyboard now. The responsibility never left your hands. Because that's what really happened in those 9 seconds. We pulled the slow part out of the loop, the human, the hesitation, because it was faster. And only afterward did it become obvious. The slow part was also the only part that knew what too far looked like. For 3 years, AI could only talk. Now we've given it hands and stepped out of the room. It didn't make a mistake in those 9 seconds. It did the one thing it knows how to do. It guessed.